Hi, I'm Srihari. I'm doing internship at LEXIS and Company. I'm at Presidency University, Bangalore. I'm studying BBA LLB course. Today my topic is dowry debt. This is one of the most interesting section that I studied in IPC and I love to talk about more on this topic. If you talk about section 304 of the section of Indian Penal Code Bar Act, there is a definition which is defined under dowry debt. So as I said before, first we will divide into essential of each section so that we can understand easily, because if we divide more sections into essentials, that would be easier for understanding on each topic. So section 304 dowry that talks about where a death of a woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury within 7 years of age of marriage and she is subjected to cruelty by her husband, any relatives of her husband, connection with the demand for dowry. So in this case, if we divide the essential into 3 or 4 points, one is that death of a woman is caused with burns or bodily injury. Second is that it should be happen under this under 7 years of marriage. Third, she is subjected to husband cruelty. Fourth is that demand for dowry by her husband. This is one of the most important point that we should notice, that connection with demand for dowry. I would like to explain with one of the case law or a case or incident which happened in Kerala recently, where a woman was being beaten by the snake by the planning of her husband relatives, which causes her death at night 7th May, where her husband and her wife was going to night at bed at 6 May at 11 o'clock, where she was beaten by snake and she died at 7th May morning. So in this case, the husband relatives had a very bad intention to get dowry from her family, because in this section, as per section 304b of Indian Penal Code of dowry, that the woman was causing a body injury from her husband under normal circumstances at their age of 7 years, where she was subjected to the husband related cruelty, where husbands, whatever family they did, they were asked to do by the wife to their family, cleaning and all, and also they were demanding for a dowry instead, by he did not have a job. Here in this case, this is one of the most important section that we can apply in this case. Whereas if we talk about essentials of this dowry, that there's one of the case which was explained about dowry, that is Patal Prash Kumar Jayanti Lal versus State of Gujarat, that is PATIL PARESH KUMAR Jayanti Lal versus State of Gujarat. In this case, what happened was that the evidence relieved that the accused husband who killed the deceased wife was not satisfying and asking for a dowry, that nothing was shown in record of co-accused in law, and co-accused are not guilty of under section 304b. So here in this case is also one of the example of dowry debt, where one of the other essential ingredients of dowry debt was explained in another case, that was Prem S. Rao versus Yadala Srinivas Rao, PREMAS dot RAVAYADLA Rao. To attack the provision of section 304b, one of the main essentials should be involved, that is soon before the death subjected to cruelty and harassment in connection with demand for dowry. So this was explained in this case. If we talk about these two cases, this is one of the most important case that should read for dowry debt to understand the essentials of dowry debt fully. In most of the ancient times or ancient times, it's said to be a bit ambiguous, but still now also in most of the countries this is also happening. We can The root causes is also happen in this child marriage. Child marriage also, what they happen is that they the girls are being married earlier at the age of 12 or 10 years to boys, where they ask for dowry when they again get married at the age of 20 years. So this is what this house of dowry that is a bit ambitious, and scholars practice immoral, but according to others it does not exist in liquidity. Moreover, there is less evidence in this act which we talk about, but this is one of the other cruelty form we can say where the crimes happen in especially in case of dowry, because most of the marriage which are happen, the husband's relative ask for demand of dowry. It's mainly an illegal terms where they're asking for money, where they are had an intention for the subject cruelty by their husband relatives. This should be stopped by making up more laws, increasing more laws, more statutes, so that this dowry case will not happen or rise in India or as well as other countries. So this is what about dowry debt. If any queries, you can comment on the chat box. I will answer as early as possible. Please like, subscribe and share. This video is for only educational purpose. Thank you.